the '95 Social Awards, right? Take me through that night, man. I know DJ Quik, he performed Dollars and Cents right in front of you, right? And I know, Suge, he got on stage and made the comments he made, and Snoop, he even made some comments. Take me through that night, man.
It was just, it was just a tension. It was a heavy tension night. I mean, the Quick thing it was just me and Quick had a beef. You know what I'm saying? So it was expected. Was what wasn't expected was the the East Coast West Coast shit. Um, because to be a West Coast artist in the building that night and for them to be vocally, you know, disrespectful to the East Coast, it could have turned out way worse than it did. Because there was a lot of people upset that night of what was going on stage and the the beginning of the puffy should thing. It didn't go as well as the first Source Awards, even though the first Source Awards was a little unorganized. I think it was way more tension in the air. Like I said, me and Quig, and then like, but that was shit. That was nothing though compared to getting on stage dissing Puffy in New York. That was crazy. So it was a tension having night. I could say we were. I think we left early. Yeah, me and my entourage left early because I just knew it was finna go down. I just thought the whole arena was finna be fighting in a good minute. So I was like, yeah, we not a part. My thing was I was cool with a lot of East Coast dudes. I didn't want to be a part of that. So once that started, I left. I didn't want to be a part of that shit. I mean, I know a gang of East Coast niggas. I was cool with the Premier, Buster, Nas. I mean, I knew too many niggas, man. So I felt out of place being there while that shit was going on. So yeah, we left. I think right when Suge walked out on stage and he got to saying that shit, and you start hearing boos from the crowd. That's when I told me and my niggas, let's get up out of here. Cause it was only six of us. That was a whole fucking arena, and they wouldn't have gave a fuck. If you was from LA or the West Coast, you probably would have caught it. So yeah, it's best to get up out of here. And I didn't want the motherfuckers to look at me as an artist and I'm sitting there, while all of that's going on. No. So a lot of people saw me leave.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. I forgot that award show was in New York.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was in New York. And like I said, it was the height of the beefing. It was like basically the beefing was just from the start. Um, I had no like, even though I knew me and Quick had, 10, that's normal. We had beef, whatever. I didn't know anything about the Death Row Bad Boy that came out of left field to me. I didn't even know niggas was beefing like that. And when Suge walked on stage and got to saying, don't want the producers dancing all in the video, as soon as that, and you heard people starting to boo and people starting to like, oh, I'm like, oh, we finna get the fuck up out of here. Yeah, that the tension was high in that place. But shit, they came with about 40, 50 niggas. So shit. Nigga, I had 6 niggas with me. I didn't have 50 with me. So yeah, we got to get the fuck up out of here. And then, like I said again, on that note, I respected a lot of New York artists. I had did a couple of shows with Biggie. I liked Biggie. You know what I'm saying? I loved New York rap. So I didn't want to uh participate in that. So I thought it best for me to exit.
But hypothetically speaking, what if it was the other way around and Puffy did that in LA?
It probably been fighting. It probably been riot, jump off. It probably would have been a riot, jump off because it would have been set by the niggas they was dissing. You couldn't have came to LA and said that and had 60, 50 blood niggas in the audience and it would have went down. Now, no disrespect, not saying, but New York, they kept their composure. You get me? Which was perfect. But not to say that ain't no motherfucking killer niggas and hard niggas in New York, because I know a gang of them. But the mentality would have probably been different. Puffy on stage saying, hey, you don't want a gang banging dude all in the videos, and you don't want the executive producer thinking he a hood nigga. Oh yeah, it would have cracked off. It would have definitely cracked off. Because like I said, you get me? It would have definitely cracked off because just the mentality of the gang bang situation. And like I said, 90% of staff and people attributed to death row was gangbangers. So there was no way you would have got on stage and dissed the hood or dissed niggas affiliated with hood shit. Niggas would have took it personal and they would have started fighting niggas. They would have ran up on stage and started fighting. What you mean, a nigga from Wookie? Oh yeah, it would have went off. It would have went down. So thank God it was in New York, and motherfuckers who respected hip hop and the music is what made that night go smooth the way that it did, because it ended up being a cool show. I just got the fuck up out of there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that would have been ugly if that was in LA. I can imagine how that would have been. There's no way
It'd have been
hell.
it'd have been Milwaukee.
Yeah, I just can't see. There's no way in hell somebody would have got on that mic like Suge did and like say what they was about to say, and everything would have been smooth. Nah, I don't see that though.
Like I said, no disrespect to New York. Love New York. Love the people. Love the niggas. Never question the motherfucking hardness or whatever. But at that time in California, with gangster rap running the fucking hip hop world that it was, and niggas with this gang bang and rag toting, mentality, and y'all already know what Suge was about and how niggas on death row was. He was slapping up any motherfucker come across him in his path. So you can just imagine, somebody like, what Puffy was, he was dance music, he was club, he was whatever, he would have got up there and been like, you don't want a gang banging nigga all in the video, low riders all in the fucking this, niggas throwing up gang signs all at the clubs. Come to Bad Boy. Oh, that shit would have set the motherfucking, it would have set it off. Because like I said, the majority of death row was hood gang banging niggas. So they would have felt disrespected. Like, what do you mean?